Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is BC. Welcome back to another episode of Supreme Being. It's been a very, very powerful and productive day. I just got back to my house and I want to wrap up what I'm doing here with a podcast, right? I do this podcast 3 times a week now. I stream it sometimes on Facebook and YouTube, but we're still on all the major audio platforms, as well as we have our own separate YouTube channel. Those of you looking to get additional support from me and my team and get some help, schedule your free strategy call. Okay. You can also go to my website and you can get on our email list, right? That way you stay up to date on any webinars or other things that we're doing. We also have a public Discord channel as well. And other than that, all the links and everything will be in the description. Okay. So let's begin. Follow the correct process. Okay. Follow the correct process because this is a dualistic thing. Okay. You've heard the old stuff that now has literally become corny because of all the shit in social media, as within, so without, right? And that shit is powerful, man. All those old historic teachings are extremely potent, but they've been watered down in today's society. And you have idiots saying that shit who don't exhibit the qualities of the teachings that they're learning and being told. So you have a bunch of people masquerading around as if they're experts when they're not. Okay? But understand those teachings for what they are. So let me explain this to you. Many of you who work at my capacity in real estate and sales, okay? Sometimes we're left scratching our heads with the behavior that we see in people. Like we know, right? People want the best service, but they want to pay the least. And normally those two don't go together. We know this. Okay. And we get upset and we handle objections and we're like, man, why do people think that way? And this is ridiculous. And we'll get upset about it, right? We'll legitimately get upset. But stop and think for a second. Those same people that do it, they get upset at the customer for being that way. Most of them, virtually all of them, if I look at their life, they're being cheapskates too. Oh, I don't want to invest in that because I don't want to spend the money. I just want everything for free. And they exhibit the same damn quality in that context as the consumer. Then they get upset at the consumer, but no, I don't have to do it. And think, especially in sales, if you're in sales, you're influencing, you're persuading, dude, you're a hypocrite then if you're doing that. You're asking and expecting a behavior from somebody else that you yourself don't exhibit, right? Now, I'm starting with that point because following the right process isn't just about you and what you're doing in your journey. You now become the representation and the example of the correct thing to do. Now, internally, when that shift is made, now on the outside, people are going to respond to you differently because they know you're the one with strong character. They know when they look at you and interact with you that you're not the hypocrite. It becomes very clear because it oozes out of your pores. It emanates from you energetically, which cannot be, duplicated or fabricated, we can say, even unless you're the super fucking high level actor, right? Which is probably a dozen of those people on this planet, really. So as we take a step back now, look at yourself before we even talk about the other outside examples like we just did. Are you following the right process? If you want to be successful in business, there's a right process. What do? We continuously keep bringing up examples of exceptions to the rule. Well, he didn't do that. Fuck that person. They're the one in a gazillion. You want to roll the dice on hitting the fucking lotto, dude? Like, stop and think. Use your mind, right? Normally, we bring up that examples when we're uncomfortable with the circumstances and actions that are presented to us. Man the fuck up. How about that? Grow up and do what you're supposed to do, right? I still see people get into all kinds of businesses that refuse to get help, right? Or pay somebody to help them. Why? Everybody who's successful has done it. Every top basketball player has coaches, multiple coaches. Every top actor has gone to acting school and gotten coaches. Everybody who wants to be successful at any capacity has people helping them. Why do we not want to follow the process? How about after that, the actions that you have to take? Why are you not following the process if that's what you signed up for? If you're told do XYZ, XYZ is all you need to focus on, period. Stop distracting yourself with all this other nonsense and garbage. If you do not have your shit together in your life, especially if you not having your shit together affects your children and other people in your life, you need to stop, forget everything else, and get your shit together. because not only are you a detriment to your family and the people who depend on you, even worse, to yourself. And we become weaker as a planet and as a society when the individual is weak and doesn't have their shit together. Get your shit together. Follow the right process to get your finances right, to get your business and job and career right, your health and your lifestyle, right? Like I look at some basic things. Everybody knows unanimously on this planet that drinking coffee is bad. But what do? We look for the next thing that is similar to coffee, or we justify it and say, well, it's okay. I only have it every once in a while. Just fucking stop drinking it, dude. We already know it's bad for you. Everybody knows it. Yet you still will find a way because you're so fucking addicted and you don't want to follow the proper process. You still drink that poison. And that's just a simple example that everybody can relate to. Follow the right process. Get your shit together. Now, if you can't just cut it off cold turkey because you're that addicted, at least get on the path to remove yourself from it. I have an overabundance of energy and I don't need fucking bang and all that bullshit and coffee. None of that. I know that stuff is garbage, along with many other things that are pushed as healthy or normal. Are you going to follow the right process or not? Because the same process that you use, let's say for coffee and justifying and all that other crap, you're doing in other areas of your life. That shows up everywhere because you refuse to follow the correct process. This has devastating consequences on you and the people around you and everybody else. Imagine if it was normal to eat correctly, to not waste so much time on social media, if it was normal to be an entrepreneur, right? The world would be a completely different fucking place. I wonder if I could snap my fingers and run a simulation of what that would be like. It would be great. It would be fantastic. It really would. So, at whatever capacity, if you need to start small, but follow the correct process. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Do what it is that you're supposed to do. What do? And what do we do as human beings? We seek to find the process, in quotes, that's the most comfortable to us or that fits our story of what we think it's supposed to be like. This is why a lot of people run away from me, because I tell you, you're going to fucking work hard and you're going to earn it. Well, I don't want to do that. That's too tough. I'm going to go over here where somebody sells me a fucking fairy tale and it just sounds a little bit better. And every step of the way, you know you're bullshitting yourself and you'll still do it. Follow the right process. Otherwise, you're prolonging your suffering. You're denying yourself the ability to get better and succeed. And you're denying yourself, most importantly, of the proper character building process that then unlocks the ability for you to have peace, tranquility, right? Stability in your life, intelligence, control, right? And creating a different story that you really want versus the one that you're trapped in. Now, I understand in the beginning it's not easy, right? That's the kind of beauty of that childlike ignorance where when you're walking, you fall and you get back up. I imagine if that process happened as adults, a lot of people wouldn't be walking because they would fall a couple of times and be like, fuck this, my knees hurt. Oh, my butt hurts. I don't want to do this shit. It's too tough. But the kid has that childlike stubbornness to figure it out because he knows this is what he has to do. Innately, they do. Just like many of us, innately, we know what we're supposed to do. Most people do. Very few people lack that basic intelligence to like be able to decipher this is the right thing to do. Most of us, virtually everybody, knows, hey, this is what I should be doing. I shouldn't be drinking coffee and all this other shit, but we still do it. So again, what comes after that, you have nobody but to blame but the person in the mirror, because you know what the right process is. And let's say you don't, find out. Scour the internet, ask people, fight tooth and nail until you find the correct process and follow it from that moment on. And you can't stop because, oh, it's going to take a lot of time. Oh, it costs too money. Those are fucking excuses, man. Because when you want something so bad, you figure it out, regardless of what it requires. Time, money, energy, resources, you'll figure it out, dude. If you understand, if it's a priority to you, and if you really want it bad enough and you're not just talking out of your ass. Right? And if this is a type of energy that seems too intense to you and too hard, you need to step your game up. You need to level up, because this is not intense or aggressive at all. It's just we live in a society now that's Charmin ultra soft. Oh, well, you said hello to me. I'm offended. Shut up, man. Shut the fuck up. You need to be jolted sometimes. So, where do we start? Number one, get in close proximity as possible to the people that you know that follow the correct process and things that they do. And do whatever it takes to get close to them and learn from them, associate with them, spend time with them, or whatever it is. Why? Because then you're going to have a shining example next to you and around you more often to see this is what I'm supposed to do. And guess what? When you're around that type of energy, what tends to happen? Your energy assimilates with theirs, and you tend to do, think, speak, act just like them. This is why they say proximity is power. Energetically, you tune in, right? You're around it more, you listen to it more, you feel it more, you're in the presence more. It's great. It's almost intoxicating. Why? A higher energy, a higher frequency feels good. Laughing and smiling and winning and enthusiasm feels great to be around and to produce. Sadness, apathy, depression, laziness, that shit is repulsive. You don't want it. It sucks. You want to get rid of it. You want to go away from it. So even energetically speaking, we're attracted to what I'm describing here. So why then would you not do whatever it takes to get around it? If that's, one of the first steps is getting around them. Because again, you put your own obstacles in front of you and you make excuses. Oh, this event is $50. Ah, why can't it be free? It's a lame ass excuse. Just like the people who tell me shit, oh, I'm going to get on your thing later or when this happens. It's like, no, you're not, dude. You're full of shit. Because you tell that to the next person too. Stop lying to yourself. You're either going to step up or you're not. Because that's how this world is. It's not, oh, I'll do it later, right? That's not the way it works. So you're going to get around these people, right? Number two, you're going to have to force yourself in these categories that you're weak to start taking daily action items and doing them, right? If you're scared to death to talk to people, you need to be talking to people every single day. If you're scared to death to exercise, you need to be doing that shit every single day. If you're scared to death to dress the way that you want and dress up every day, you need to do it every single day. If you're afraid to post your thoughts and feelings and opinions online, you need to do that shit every day because that's the process to rid yourself, as an example, of being, we can say, so scared and numbed and stopped by other people's criticisms and opinions and judgments. I, at the level that I'm at, even now being censored, get more criticism and hate in one day than most of you probably will get over a lifetime. And do you see it affecting me? I don't know about you, but I've been around some great examples. Very few people I know, I can probably count on one hand, that are as consistent as I have been over the last 10 years. If you really have been following me closely to see. Because some people, right, because I got censored, they don't go out of their way to find me. Right? Oh, where have you been? Motherfucker, I've been posting every day. Where have you been? Right? But see, what does that require? It's the volition, meaning the choice of the human being to decide every day, this is a priority. I'm going to do something to get closer to this goal or whatever it is. A human being without direction is a waste of energy and a waste of existence. Without direction as a human being, you're extremely ineffective. With direction and purpose behind you, you're unstoppable. That has allowed human beings to prosper on this planet, where pretty much every animal, even a squirrel, could kick our ass. And we've been able to, in a sense, dominate and assert our dominance. Why? Because of what I've just said. Human beings wanting to survive, not only survive, but to thrive and having purpose and direction behind them. And then following the correct process. Yet we'll sit there, oh, I'm watching Netflix. I don't feel like doing anything. Dude, you might as well just give up your life. Fuck it. Why even exist that way? What a miserable fucking existence to sit there and do nothing. Like the whole thing, well, I don't want to do anything. I just want to be sitting on the beach drinking fucking margaritas with a little umbrella in them. It's like, dude, who wants to do that? You're a fucking loser if you want to do that. Like, what a boring fucking thing to do. How is that the peak of your goals in your existence? Like, who started that? That's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. I could do that right now, and I have zero desire to do that. Think about it. Even if you vacation and do that, right? And then you talk about it and you dream about it all the time. It's like, dude, you mean to tell me the other 9, 10, 11, 12 months of your life don't mean shit. And then it's just, oh, it's just the 3 days of enjoyment. Then you're excited up until you do it. And then when you come back, you're like, oh, take me back. Really? Is your life that fucking miserable? If it is, it's your fault. Fix it. So when I look at that average existence, of course, I look at it and I say, dude, what the fuck is going on? I love and enjoy every single day. Now, this is by design, and I've had to sacrifice a lot and put in work, but I knew I would get here. That's a human being with purpose and direction. But I followed the correct process of doing whatever it took and working my ass off and continuing that process day in and day out. And people just refuse to do it. I put in more work and effort daily now than most new people coming into the game. Like, what? And a lot of them are half my age. I'm like, dude, you should be kicking my ass, bro. How am I outworking you mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally? Like, are you kidding me? You just don't have the sauce, dude. You're not focused. You're not honed in. You're not tuned in. And that's your fault, not anybody else's. What are you going to do about it? Right? And this life force has to be emanating from you. Why? This is the type of shit that gets you clients, gets you a following on social media and all that. My most anti-algorithm friendly videos, meaning like not the perfect thumbnail, not perfect audio or video, get the most views because of the energy behind it and the message, because that's what it is. This is what keeps people talking to me at their door. This is what allows people to sign with me and be like, sure, we'll list our home with you and not the other fucking 50 agents who talk to us. You just can't compete with this energy if you're not on this wavelength. And until you tap into it and learn it, good luck. You think the half-ass effort is going to work? No. Because not only am I bringing the energy and all that, I'm also outworking you and all those other people. What chance do you have if that's not the case? So in that case, you can say, well, I'll team up with BC. Cool. Then team up with me, right? Be one of the students or be somebody on the team and roll with us. But if you're our opposition, I don't even want to say good luck because it's not going to help you. Oh, well, that's an arrogant thing to say. Well, then come after us. Try to beat me. Good luck. Right? But this is the type of fucking attitude and energy you need to have. But you know why? I follow the right process. Why would I not be oozing with confidence? Because that process has gotten me results up to now, and it continues to get me results. I get my confidence from competence, meaning my proficiency in these things that I do and the results that I've gotten. Been talking about this shit for years. Right? I don't just pull it out of fucking thin air. It's bred through my competence in all of these things that I talk about and that I exhibit success in and discuss and teach and lecture on all the time. Well, where do you get competence? From proficiency in a skill. Well, how do you learn a skill? You learn the techniques, you put in your time, right? You get results, you make your adjustments, you get more results, you make your adjustments, right? And you keep going until you keep climbing that ladder. That's what you got to do. And you get help along the way and you do whatever you got to do and you keep learning and growing and getting better. I mean, nothing new here, guys, but you have to follow the correct process. The issue is you have a million people now telling you that they have this new revolutionary or correct process. Wrong. But you'll keep buying the bullshit because they prey on your hope that you can find the easy way or easier way. Oh, I can become a new business person and just scale my business and make 7 figures my first month. And you buy that load of garbage, man. That's the sad part. Anybody selling you that is just fucking lying to you. It's sad. All right. Anyways, follow the correct process. Get on it. And keep focused on that. Stop looking around for something else. All you're doing is a disservice to yourself and the people who depend on you. Okay. So that's it for this one, y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next episode of Supreme Being. Schedule your strategy call with us. We have a lot that we can offer and help you. The links are everywhere on my social medias, my YouTube descriptions. You can find it. Get on our website, get on our email list. Really, you can check out all my other stuff there. Get on our Discord and check out anything else that we have to offer. All right, y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.